If it cover at 206, give us. Give me. Fuck's sake. I didn't get 209. Yeah, I've got 209. I could have got 206 as well. 1,000 left. What's up? Hey, Clint. Someday, normally I start on the main screen, but yeah, dude, where's I've got a can. I just want to capture the price action. It works. Good day. I mean, realized I'm pretty much at 1.7k, but then the fucking commissions from being in and out of this choppy bastard. It's really like a 1.4, 1.5 day. It's the weekend, brothers and sisters. Nice to see you guys. So works, I've been short works. I'll show you the entries and the exits and stuff like that and what I was thinking. We'll go through the trade plan. I have a guide coming out soon on basically exactly how to show works. I've just recorded the entire live trade of works as well, so I'll put that in the guide. I just need to get it finally edited and figure out a price and market it. But got a cool guide, and yeah, works will be in it. Down it or you are not cool. But good day today, like very good day, like finishing the weekend on a bit of a high. Lost a bit of weight. Yeah, it's shocking. But I mean, an update into how I'm doing. It's very quick. It's looking like a 1,400, 1,500 day today. So I've just put a 1,400 day in, which is a 4,500 week. Hopefully we'll hit 4,500 this week, which is a shame because if I bloody had Thanksgiving to trade, that could have been a 5,000 plus week, which might have been my best week ever. I'll have to go back and check. But but good week, good month. We're on 12.2k net. So we're heading. Got one more day, so should close around 12.5. There'll be borrow fees, so it'll be maybe take home pays like a 11 summit. But eyes are on works. Like I mean, it was the only gap out. There was a ton of volume. Anyway, hang on. Let's just see how you guys are doing first, because I think we're getting into the close. I've got covers at 2 and 195 for my last 1,000 shares. Let's just see who's in. And what tickers? Do you have any tickers you want to ask questions on? Because I only traded works. I didn't look at anything else. What's up, Master Howard? Clint, it's good to see you, brother. Jobless Pilot, fantastic to see you, brother. Gavin, mate, same faces over and over. Fantastic to see you, brother. LWT, Roscoe, fantastic to see you, brother. I think LWT's got some sort of investment. If you're into your long-term stuff, LWT's got some sort of long-term investment thing if you want to check that out. Sassy, what's up? Sop, good. Like I say, I mean, look, I've just come off the back of nearly a 5k week, so I'm obviously feeling good, feeling happy. I feel like the connection's a little bit dodgy. Hank, what's up? You made money on works. Yeah, I'm up nearly 1.7k on works, but fucking commissions, man. Got hammered with commissions and ECN fees because I was trading a bit more size, and also I cut it about 10 times. I was about $600 down on works at one point, and it was like 9 different cuts because I kept on like, I'm like, is this the top note? Is this the top note? Is this the top note? And then in the end, I was just like, oh, I don't even care if I lose $1,000. Just fuck it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sick of cutting. Yes, Stella smashed it. I miss Alex. If anyone knows where Alex is, Alex Self, he's been offline for about 4 or 5 days. Good lad. I hope he's all right. I miss him. So if anyone knows anything, let us know, because he's not replying to Instagrams, Twitter, not replying to anything. And I'm like, the dude just went MIA. So I hope the kid's all right. How much time we got left? An hour. Right, that's us all out. I'm not messing around. So it's take home after all my fees is 1,366. Not as good as one. Yeah, it's looking alright. Like I say, I don't want to flash this too much, but 12 and a half months would be great. Just don't do anything stupid on the last day. Yep, I did think it would be trappy, and it was trappy. It was a disaster. It nearly ran. Thank you, Bridget. How's life? How's it going? Haven't spoken to you in a while. Oh, mate. Matt, nice to see you, brother. Great to see you on here. Great to see you saying hello. Matt Isle. The kid's got a YouTube channel. He's pretty full on. He's pretty passionate. He reminds us of me a few years ago, or even a year ago. He just reminds us of me, like very hungry, really looking for it. So check out his trades, check out his YouTube channel. He's doing all the right stuff. Do you know what I mean? He's been through the challenge and stuff, and I think he's making money. Matt, how much are you up? Just don't trade too much size, brother. I see a lot of people blow up, and I know we're at similar stages to each other. I'm not sure if I'm ahead of you or we're about the same, but don't trade too much size. I see a lot of young kids blow up. Big Red, nice to meet you. Like, you don't need to make more than 1,000 a day. Good vibes, rollover rail. I'll have a quick look at. We'll check out rail. Just type it again in a second if you're not. Solo, we'll check out rail and solo. Yeah, like 1,400, 1,366, 1,400. Well, really, no, 1,366. I made, it was like 1.6, 1.7 realized, but it's fees. It'll be ready in a couple of days. What do you think is a reasonable? Can you just comment like what you think is a reasonable price to pay for it? Because I can tell you now, I'm not going to charge $1,000. I can tell you now, I'm not even going to charge $500. It's going to be less because I want to make it affordable so everyone can learn. But I'm giving me Excels that I've spent 2 years on with 2 years of data with 300 plus GABAs. It's like me full strategy, like in points, out points. The percentage that every single pattern within every single pattern of a GABA, the percentage of how much it will work and how likely it will work. And if it does work, where you get in and out, and if it doesn't, where you get in and out. So it's outrageously detailed. It's 5 hours on one setup. So I don't know. Like if you guys feel free, comment the price. Don't say something stupid like $50 because it'll be an insult. But you tell me, like what do you think it's worth? There'll be a ton of live streams added on as well. Shakas, Ari brother, nice to see you. And just the last thing, like I don't want to go on, and I fucking hate traders that brag. But in the most humble way I can possibly say it, like this year, January 1st, I turned $600. Started with a $600 account. I can show you the statements. Turned $600 into what is now 12 to. I'll be about after the fees. It'll be about 12,000. Spent $600 into just short of 60,000. So I should hit 60K this year. Be $600 into 60,000. I'm giving you the strategy over 5 hours of a single setup of how I did it. So you tell me what it's worth. Finally made a live stream. I'm new, Stephen. Keep it up. Good work. Thank you, brother. Gary Crouch, like it. Wonder if Garage Trader ever came back. Big loss, man. Who's Garage Trader? I don't know him. Missed your works order by 2 cents. Chase it down. It depends. Chase it down. We'll go into this in a sec. What's good, Junk? How's your day? Yeah, like just short of 1.4 after the fees. Yes, Clint. Clint, can't wait to give you this guide. I'm only giving this guide free to 2 people, and you're one of them because you've already paid us for various different things, and Bram is the other, just because he's 18 and I don't want him to be homeless. Thank you, Matteo. Yeah, mate, and I've got to be honest, like, the other thing is I see traders like be like, oh, I'm making it big, I'm gonna make it. I'm like, no. Like I'm a good trader. I'll give myself I'm a good trader. I'm not great, I'm good, but I've got a long way to go. Works is coming down a bit now. I got the first one. You said, yep. Discount on it, 200, would I say, or more? Yeah, anyone who bought the first guide gets a discount off the price of the second guide. So you don't have to like keep on pushing more and more money out. I want to reward the people that paid for the first one. So definitely whatever the price of the guide is, you will get off a discount off what you paid for the last one. 150. It's not going to be 150. 200, would I say, or more? 200 is not bad. 200, 250, I think. Thank you, brother. Is the day trading info mainly? It's full. It's just the guide is specifically. Fuck, the work's coming down. So the most common pattern in the market is gappers. Anything that gaps up more than 25% on the day is a gapper. And there's overwhelming evidence that most of these gappers fail. I think roughly it's 68% of unfiltered criteria without breaking it down by any strategy. It's roughly 68% fail. But when you break it down with filters and you add components into a strategy, you can get that up to like 80% success win rate. And then when you add further filters based on volume, you can get it up like 90, 92, 94, 96% win rate. And then when you add your technicals and less of the data science, but you just go on your art and your intuition of lower highs, double tops, head and shoulders, you can like I say, I've like me return on investment of $600 is 60K. It's 10,000% return on investment this year. It's you can get trading to a T. And you say, oh, well, why aren't you a millionaire? I'll say, because it's really hard at the same time, and like trading size is really hard, and I don't want to make mistakes. I'm happy with the money I'm making. So anyway, you're not bragging. I've watched the complete journey this year and I've learned a lot. Thank you for all the free info, many blessings. Thank you, Clint. I really appreciate that. And mate, you're a great bloke, and I want fucking works is coming down now. Clint, I want to get you out of your job. Like, if I've got myself out of my full-time job, I want to get you out of your job. You're the first one I want to get out. I remember starting a few years ago with Tim Sykes when you were in Dubai. Yeah, mate, crazy. I miss Dubai. Yeah, you guys are burning this. You don't realize it's 3 years of data. It'll be something like that. Yeah. I'm fact jobless pilot. I'm probably going to take your advice and actually make that price. The special offer will not be 150. It'll be minimum 200. But I'll listen to you guys and do what you guys think's right, because we've all come on this journey together. So I'll do what you guys say. Do a scaling price. It's like this gate's hot, guys. The price is going up. Wait, it's just fell off a cliff. I love the way you say gappers. I'm Welsh, so you can imagine how it sounds coming from my mouth too. Gappers. That's fucking weird. By the way, you're talking, you sound like you want to price that 200, maybe do like 200 pre-order. Yeah, if you guys are cool with 200, I'm thinking more. I'm going to talk to Sykes probably and just see what Sykes is as well, like Tim Sykes, and I'll talk to Stocks the Trade, see if they want to do anything with it. But I'm sure I can sell like at least 100 copies for $200. Like, I'm sure So 200, like say I sell 100 copies, $200, like 20K. It's like, I'm giving me strategy to 100 people. It doesn't really matter. 100 people is not going to change anything. And then it's worth the time and the investment, because I'm probably, like, say I made about 18K this month and last month trading. So it's like the equivalent of 2 months work for giving me secrets away. So that price tag works for me. Jack, I'll reach, brother. Yeah. Now I'm leaning towards 250, but if you've bought a guide office before, then you can minus that off. So it'll only be 200. Like, I'm leaning towards that. What's your recommended, guys? By the way, stick around. We are going to go through chart analysis of all the tickets today, and I'm going to give you detailed. I'm not going to be lazy with you guys. I'll give you the ins and outs. What's your recommendation for dealing with emotions from over trading and letting those losses run longer than your winners? I have a decent strategy. Size down. It's obvious. Just size down. I got trading and I had a strategy and I had data back in the strategy. Like, I was like, all right, 70% of the time this works, and it's 4-to-1 risk reward. So I was like, obviously it's a killer strategy, but I did the same mistakes as you. So I went to trade zero, and this is trade zero for the small account challenge. I didn't take a trade in trade zero because there's nothing sure. So I'm not risking a small account. But with trade zero, if you're international, you can have a $600 account, easy to borrow stocks, and I just blow them up. And it was punishment, right? So I was forced to be disciplined, and I was trading with a small account. So I'd be like, well, I don't care about winning or losing $80, so I may as well cut the loss. Well, I'd be down $20, and I'd be like, well, the pattern isn't working. I can cut a $20 loss, right? I think your problem will be you can't cut a loss of 200, 300, 400, and then it goes out of control. But if you're trading small, like, the pattern's not working, I'm down $20. Who cares? Just cut it and trade properly. And then build your risk tolerance up, because you obviously can't make good decisions. Like, I cut wicks 10 times before I was right. You've got to be able to cut it. You can't go out of control, because you'll just stop out at the top, or you'll sell your long at the bottom. Size down. Ireland, potato. I was with your man the other day. So I went to 1, 2, 3. I went to Ireland once, and I was staying at this nice hotel, and the woman was like, "Can I get you a paper? Can I get you a paper?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Do you have like the Times, like the English ones? Do you have the Times or the Guardian?" And she was like, "If I can't get you the Times, what'll it be?" Like, what will it be? I was like, "Be a disappointment. Like, I'll be really disappointed, but it's okay. We'll figure it out." I just don't let myself go down more than $1,000. If I go down more than 1,000, I'm pretty disappointed. But nah, I'll normally cut it. Like, if I'm 100 down, 200 down, I'll just cut it. But I'll cut time and time again. So I'll take like 5 $200 losses, but that rarely happens. Yep. Yep. And if you do, please use me referral link. It's on my Twitter profile, Drunk87. Oh, no. I do, yeah. I use Trade Zero free, yeah. And then you can use Stocks to Trade or whatever platform you're using. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. I was in quite a bit of works. I was a good $14,000-$16,000 in at works at sometimes. I was about $16,000 in works, whatever the share size was, 8,000 shares. But I was $400 realized and $300 unrealized, so I got hit extra size and take more size, because like backside of the move, I've got money locked in. I've got unrealized there that I can lose, so I don't mind hitting more size, because I'm either right or I'm very right. Do you know what I mean? All right, thank God we got to the end. So let's nice to see you guys in. Really nice. Let's get to some trades. And cheers to the weekend, sponsored by Stella. I wish. Is it $1,000 not a lot of your? I don't really know what you mean. It's not a lot of your 60. I don't really know what that means. Try and say it in a different way. The risk. Yeah, well, not really, because I don't often lose. Like, so, like, if you can check, Like I had one bad loss the whole month, and then in October, I had like 2 bad losses the whole month. You know what I mean? Like when I'm running good, like me, I had no losses. I had a couple of losses. Like you don't get losses. But all right, so works. I'll not spend forever on this, but it was 15 mil pre-market. It was scary, but we know that it's got all of these bag holders. It's a low float, but we know it's got this volume resistance, and it's like obviously all of these companies are terrible, right? But like when it's failed on big volume, it's extra apparent that it's terrible. So for me, and there was no news on this, so for me it's a case of it shouldn't be up. As soon as it has a crack or a backside sign, it'll fail. But right now it's got too much volume and it might go. It'll go up before it goes down. So I wasn't going to trade this at all. It's squeezing now, by the way. I'm glad I'm out. I am out, right? To be honest, I saw dilution on Flash SEC as well, so I'm like, it's got dilution, but not too much. And like this is where I got interested because I was like, I'm not touching this because it's traded 50 million pre-market. It could run at the open. Like obviously it can run at the open, and you don't know if Warrior trading or whoever's in it or whatever. But that crack got me interested. And like I say, I've got the live stream, but I'm going to put it on the guide. That crack, and I was like, oh, this could just fall apart. It's 80% up. It's no news. It's got dilution. This thing could just fall apart. And because often you'll get this big volume and it'll just die. And that's what kind of suckered us in. And then I came back, so I cut it because I was like, oh, it's not broke down. I cut it around the 245s, lost $100. Then it came down again, and I reshorted it. Then I came back and I cut it again, and I was like, oh, I'm down 200. I was down like $200 at this point, and I was like, oh. And then when the opening minute hit, I was just like, 1.2 million is not. I didn't see that as huge volume, and I expected works. If it's going to squeeze, then it's total trash, but it's being manipulated and pumped. I expected it to rip out of the open. I'm like, the volume doesn't look that much, and it's not running on it. So I started hitting works around the 240s, took it down and covered it for like 500-ish. So like, it was pretty good. I was like, all right, $500. But I'd like lost 200 and something on the way up. So I'm like, all right, I'm green a couple of hundred. And then normally, and Roscoe will know this if he's still in, normally when you get these VWAP reclaims, the bounce and the VWAP reclaims, they tend to be able to like squeeze and rip up. So I was adding into this. This is where I actually lost a bit of money as well, because I was adding into this area expecting it push and then a drop, but then the volume was just a bit too much. Like we're hitting quite high volume candles here, and I was just like, oh, and again, like, and at this point I was like down 300-400 again, and on this little squeeze I was probably, I'd say I'd lost the money I'd made plus another 500-600-700, and I was like down 600. So I'd lost composure. I'd cut it about 6 times, and I was sick of cutting it. And I lost a bit of discipline. There was definitely some times today I was holding hope, and I'm not going to lie to you guys and be like, I'm some master trader. I'm not. Every now and then I'll lose a bit of control, and next thing I know, I'm looking at a $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 loss, and I'm like, well, there's that. Size down, get your discipline back. You fucked up. And guys, it happens. Like if you win, if you have too many green days in a row, like you will lose composure. Like when traders are doing the best, they'll have the biggest losses, and I'm losing composure. So thank God the weekends come, so I can take some time off. But no, this was I was down about 300, and I'd cut this, and I got back in, and this was when I was down 600, 700, 800. Like I was down about 800 on this, and I was like, oh, if this goes any higher, I'm going to be down 1,000, 11, 12, 1,300, and I'm just going to have to cut it, walk away, and be like, shit, Friday. But still, like, these things happen. You lose your composure. I can't say anything about it. Like, maybe I need to size down a little bit, or maybe if I get in this situation a second time, I'm like, I'm definitely sizing down. But this is certainly a red flag. But there's a lot of kind of just hoping that upon this higher day break, I'm thinking like, look, there's no news. It's a terrible chart. It's got a history of failing. The people who are long this are not going to be holding this over the weekend, and they're not holding it into a short Friday Thanksgiving weekend holiday thingy. I was just like, nah. I just couldn't see how it would go. So I'd give it a bit more room. And then when we got the first drop, took some off, and that's just shorten the pop, shorten the rips, covering the dip, shorten the rips, covering the dip. So it's just like shorten the rip, covering the dip, shorten the rip, covering the dip, shorten the rip, covering the dip. When it broke down here, it didn't break down properly around this area. We've got this nice support line. Got out a bit here, and then I took everything off, and then when I saw it re-breaking down, I got short a bit more and got out here. And then when it didn't break down convincingly twice, I'm just like, all right, forget it, I'm out. And it looked like a really good cover because it's squeezing back up now. So, like, just in the time we've been talking, I covered, like, you guys were on the call. Like, if you look at 26 minutes ago, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2, 3. I see. I covered about, so I covered not there, but more like here. Covered about here because I covered into the webinar. So maybe I even covered a little bit up here or something like that. Just a bit higher. And that was it. That was the only trade. I was really interested in like the EVs. I really wanted to trade the EVs. So like I was really looking at like the EVs are kind of backside and then they've just had a bounce. But I was hoping I'd expect them to roll over. Like all of the EVs, we've had the push. And this is like Tim Sykes' penny stocking framework. We've had the push, we've had the drop, like we've had the bounce, and I'm just expecting these to roll over. So it's a shame because I don't know. Should have had the discipline. It would have been really nice to catch, let the push happen, and then get a kind of a backside short off. Yeah, I mean, this would have been a couple of $100, and this fall apart here it's like really nice how Blink kind of fell apart because it's just the bounce is getting tired and reversed, and then hopefully we'll get another drop on these. So I think Blink, I really, really missed a good backside short because I was stuck in Works and it was stressful as hell. And sometimes I think I don't want to trade Works anymore because like Blink's easier. FCell was like a top watch for the same. I expect all of the EV sector to do exactly the same. We had this bounce today. I'm looking for the same pattern. We get again. I think I would have probably cut the loss and then tried again, and at least I would have potentially got a bit of backside there, but it's not easy. FUV in the FUV. You've got the opening push, and then you've got a ton of backside as it rolls over. Like I really messed them up. I was really interested in the Bitcoins, the Riot and the Mara, because Bitcoin looks like it's kind of failed its breakout. So this is a terrible gap down. So I was looking for like that short into resistance, ideally more like the 680s. We got the 660s and the trend broke, so just off resistance. That would have been a beautiful trade. Like I'm like, it annoys us because like Mara, I'm looking into like the 490s. We got up to the 460s and that rolled over. So it's like it's frustrating that I got trapped in stupid Works fighting against Robinhood morons. And if I had more composure and I had more, and I could handle trading a bit more size better, I'd like to think I would have took another 3, 4, 500 on the EVs and on the Bitcoins, but we didn't get them. So guys, I'm just gonna so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna take a quick 3-second can break, because it improves me creativity. And then please fire tickers out again, fire tickers, and we'll talk through them. But just bear with me. I'm just gonna have a 3-second can break. All right, the can break's over. So if you want to hit us up with some tickers, what were you guys looking at again? Dude, I went through in detail. You'll see this pop up in a bit. Tickers, guys. Roll over rail, RAIL. I'm shit at lungs. Nice volume, nice breakout. Market's crazy. For me, it would need, I mean, look, I'm not very good at longs, but this for me would need to consolidate a little bit before its next leg up, because it's just had two big legs in comparison to the rest of the chart. I think like buying it up here is chasing, but if you bought the first breakout or anywhere near, with stuff like this, like I really like this. So I really like the dip buy, like week open red to green. So if you've had a first green day and you're gapping up and the volume's coming in, like you're looking at it, it's hard. So you're basically looking for it to hold its previous high. What the fuck is going on? Horizontal. There you go. All right, you wanted to close its previous high. So when it's like, obviously you've got to be super quick and for trading like your edges in seconds, right? So you've got your previous, no. Sorry. Hang on. Let's just explain this again because I realized I was not on the right thing. So it's really, you've got your two legs up, right? But it's gone too far too fast, so you need a bit of consolidation. But if you're going to buy it on the first day, what you're doing is you're looking for where its previous high was. So its previous high was in the 220s. If it holds the 220s, you can buy it off that level. So in the opening minute, we got the open, it dipped to the 220s, held right away, and started pushing higher. So if you want to buy the 225s, risking 215, you're risking 10 cents and you made $1. So that's buying these on a second day is fine, but buying them after that second day, it's difficult. It's a difficult buy. Dude, I didn't hold through the open. I like cut it like 12 times. I cut works about 10 times before I got it right. You'll see. Austin PLTV. Sorry, PLTR. I'm a legend. PLTR, tech sector, Palo Alto, California. It's not like EV or anything, I don't think, though. Nice run, 52-week highs, very bullish. First red day, but it's holding yesterday's highs pretty much. I'd say this reminds me of JKS and JMIA, and it'll just go higher. We'll never forget the famous JKS. Every day is green, run higher and higher and higher. Never forget JMIA. It's fucking on some crazy run right now. PLTR is just the modern day JKS, as Tim Bowen would say. So PLTR, I think it'll just go higher and higher. I certainly wouldn't be short this. This is like week open red to green long over and over and over until it just says otherwise. Like, remember NEO as well? Like NEO as well. Like NEO is just like every day goes higher, and it has the odd red day, but it recovers and goes higher again. So certainly not a short anyway. Thank you, kind sir. I fucking try, brother. I fucking try. Try to be the best version of myself I can. Sometimes I feel like I'm out of control and let myself down. Solo is the same as the other AVs. It's had it run, it's had its bounce, and now it's rolling over. I wanted to push out a solo before it rolled over. It's just died. God knows what can happen with this. It's either gonna we're establishing a clear channel here with the tops, the bottoms, the wicks, and the bodies of the candle. We're certainly establishing a pattern here, and I'm just wondering if we're going to stay in this channel. Sorry, we're establishing a channel, and I'm just wondering if we're going to stay in this channel a while. So it's not much of a play until it comes out of either of these channels. That was more than three. More than three what? Sideways now. Any reason you didn't play APXT? Good gap, huh? Good gap, huh? It's got no volume history. So if you don't know what it's done on volume before, you can't really trade it because you don't know what it's going to do. And it's not like a fresh move. I don't like these when they've like made, this is like the third day a little bit because of this area here. It's just weird. It's just a weird, and it's 52-week highs as well. CBAT. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Yeah, it's one of the others from the hot EV kind of sector, right? So I missed this. I would have took this as a very nice short, very nice Captain Crab. You've got this big push. It's tired. You've got the gap out of nowhere. I don't think it's got the strength to continue. And I didn't. Right, that's right. Broke my rules. If it comes after 9, if the news is next to the open, I don't just not take it. CBAT, you can't, like, fucking criminals. Like, they've put news out at 9:24, have they? 9:25. Fucking criminals. Like, talk about trying to manipulate your stock price. Like, honestly, talk about it. So at 9:25, 5 minutes before the open, Chinese, not got anything against the Chinese, but it's fucking a sneaky thing for them to do. What did they say? CBAC Energy and Candy's KNDI, which is another criminal company. They've signed a supply framework agreement. So that's not surprise. One criminal company signs an agreement with another criminal company, and they both think, well, we'll release the news 5 minutes before the market open and see how high we can get with stock price, because so the insiders can start selling the shares at a higher price and buy loads of cocaine. Not that they're going to do that, I don't know, but it's a funny one. Yeah, it's they didn't. This one didn't really work. They've held some of the gap, so. But I mean, CBAT's the same thing. It's we're in this channel. It's stuck in a channel on the daily. It needs to get out of this channel. It's not really interesting. Even if it gets above this channel, then you've got this. You've got a kind of a. It's got a few ways to go. Finally got to a live one. What's up, Steve Worth? Nice to meet you. This one's pretty popular. We've done good here. Cool LGC 313. Let's take a look. I'm much better at doing these if I'm drinking, because like I remember someone said a while ago, like if you watch the challenge webinars, go to the early ones, because it's like the guys giving the webinars, like Brittany and that, they give much more away because they're really keen to teach. But then when they've done hundreds of them, they're a bit more like fed up and they can't be bothered to explain. And like I understand where that comes from, because like I've done like 55 live streams in a row, and sometimes I'm like, can't be bothered to explain things. Like you get lazy a bit. So I'm glad I need to do these with BMO. Solos in the channel. We've already done this one. So until it breaks out that channel, not much. Man, I'm so grateful for your growth. Watched it from the start. Man, that's so nice of you to say. Thank you. It's fucking, it's outrageous. It's outrageous that I recorded weekly videos from day one. Like obviously now we're like live streams or monthly videos, but the whole journey is on YouTube. It's outrageous. It's super cool. I'm dead proud of it. So thank you. APHA played to resistance test. FR played to resistance test, not waiting for confirmation. I can have a look at APHA. Nice breakout, nice long. It's the same thing though. Like this is what I say over and over. I need to start longing more. Like I need to. Like APHA. When you've got this breakout, and then you've got what's this on the 24th of November. So this is the day it breaks out pre-market. So we've got the breakout. It breaks out pre-market. So this is the pre-market day on the 24th. It's a big 52-week high breakout. A lot of people will just watch the intraday and be like, "Ah, look, all right, it's falling down, it's falling apart, look at this, it's give a lot back pre-market," but they're not taking into the context of, is it going to hold this key level? And when we get this, arguably a double bottom pre-market, and then at the open, you've got this double bottom, then you've got the push, and then again, people are like, no, it's push, but it's give it all back. But it's not. You've got to play like a longer time frame. Like you've got to give these things a chance to work. You can't be disgruntled by like this kind of lower high, lower high, lower high. So when it makes this double bottom, like that's confirmation. Nah, we're pushed. There are some sellers taking profits, but the bulk of the longs, they're not going anywhere. And then that leads to this really nice 660s. And again, like imagine you're watching this after hours in the 7s and it opens in the 670s. You're like, it's like 5% move, but gets going, establishes itself again. And then here you've got like shorts are squeezed from the 7s, I'd imagine. Yeah, so you get this big rip up. Like this is like a confirmation and a breakout upon the breakout. If you've got a good buy, like if you bought from like the 7s, what did you say? Played to resistance test, now waiting for confirmation to play breakout. Again, like even if you've bought it on the 7s, I'd be buying the daily breakouts. I wouldn't be buying the intra breakouts. So I like, because the daily breakouts have got more substance and meaning, because daily is more important than intra. Intra is just a bunch of dailies. It's not. I'm not an intraday. I'm not a long, but I'm certainly not an intraday long. I'm a daily breakout buyer, not an intraday breakout buyer. You need more. The more bullish signals you can have to build your case to buy it, the better. So intraday break is 1, but a daily break is 2. High volume is 3. Strong sector is 4. Good news is 5. 52-week high is 6. Do you know what I mean? So you need to build them up. Yvonne, we need to go on the drink together. It's like as friends, obviously, not flirting. I know Yvonne is a friend. Just started using DAS. It's absolutely pisses on Trade Zero. I use DAS for Speed Trader, and I use it with stocks to trade, and the combination I find is very good. Trade Zero, I think, is cheaper than DAS, but they're working on it. Give the guys a chance. They're working on it. They're improving it every day. But I'll give you that. The DAS charts are good. Will not disagree with you. Do you think DAS charts in Trade Zero to execute trades? Nah, I use a mixture of stuff. So I use basically stocks to trade the screen. I use stocks to trade for the charts because I grew up on stocks to trade. I've used it for 5 years. I use stocks to trade for analysis, and then I'll have sometimes DAS up. Well, I have to put my trades through, and sometimes I flip between stocks to trade and DAS. And that's it. And I'll also use Trade Zero as well for some other orders when I'm trading small account. But I basically use all three, because with stocks to trade, I know the charts really well. It's clean, very good for analysis. You've got your news, your profile, your sector, and it's like it's all of the information in one place. But then with DAS, I'm placing the trade on that other chart, so I use them. I've just gotten a habit of just using both all the time. But I would use both. DAS and CMEG, I'm closing Trade Zero. Okay, Ra. That's fair play. Same, John. Where did you learn to read charts in this way? It's fucking years of work, mate. Like one thing I'll always give myself is my technical analysis is good. Like I know it is. Like, and I won't brag, but I'll say where credits due. Credits due. Me technical analysis reading is good because spent 4 years analyzing charts. But it's come from basically just like I went to Italy and I went to Italy and I chatted. I had a weekend with Roland, so I learned how he looked at it a bit. Then I've been on the challenge, so I've like watched endless Tim Grattani webinars on how he does it, and I followed loads of Mark Crook webinars, so how he does it. Obviously, Tim Sykes trades in a really long bias way, so I haven't learned as much from him. But the likes of like discipline, cutting losses quickly, like sector momentum, spikeability, how to manage the variables, I learned all that from him. Just talking to tons of different traders. Like that's the good thing about this YouTube channel, and I talk to hundreds, if not thousands, of traders. But yeah, it's just an experience in tracking. Like I track endless Excel, but this guide that I'm putting out, it's 5 hours of us doing technical analysis. It's like backed up by data, and it's looking at specific patterns and categorizing patterns within patterns in certain ways, and then analyzing them technically. So the guide, if you want to learn how to trade like I trade, like the guide is what you need. And again, I don't want to sell it to anyone. I don't want to push it. I'm making good money in my life. Got money. I've got a house, got an apartment, bought it straight out. So I don't want to push anything down your throat. I don't want to sell hard sell. But if you're asking an honest question, like the answer is like, if you want to trade like this, then this guide. Jungas has cracked it. Never, nah, mate. That's famous last words, and then I'll blow up. So I'll be taking money out my account again. Haven't cracked it, but I'm doing all right. Getting better. I'd say if I make 100K, 100, 150K, when I hit the 100, 150K profit level, then I've cracked it. I'm not saying I've cracked it until I've made 100, mate. I'm up 60. Your YouTube journey is great. I'm almost done watching it from the start. You'll see you'll see a lot of how I trade then. But thank you so much for watching the entire thing, brother. I really appreciate it. I wish I could put a bit more effort into still being funny and stuff, but I think I was funny at the start and then actually passing on good knowledge at the end. Like I told you yesterday, I've been following you since day one on the podcast. Episode 5 is the greatest episode ever. Hi guys, watch episode 5 of the podcast. Obviously, I can't remember it properly. It's about the lion in the jungle and the tiger and that. It was good, but thank you for that, brother. All the time, religiously. Yeah, religiously use it to know when to get in and get out. That's for someone else. Yes, you did. Fair play, mate. I think that's it. So all the questions. Gone on for. I'm going to do 12. I'm going to do an extra 12 minutes just to hit an hour. So if you guys want to ask us anything about life, there's quite a few of you still in. I'm staying for the next 12 minutes just to say I did an hour for free. Works was obviously a good cover. That's going to drop like a bomb after hours though, right? Forecast for this is a gap's way down and it bleeds even more. But I'm not taking it because it's down too much. I think we'll just have another can break. Tell you what I can do, actually. Tell you what I can do. Let me just try. This could be fun. Hang on. This will be very fun. So basically, I've got a live screen recording of OBS. It works, sorry. I don't know if I can play it. Nah, I'll skip it. We'll go through works. I'll do it properly. Yep, I only short stocks. No, I go long. I'm profitable long as well, but I'm trying to build me confidence with it. But I do, like recent months I've been profitable long and short and on higher price. That's something we can look at. I was really curious as well about Amazon. I trade the higher price ones as well. Mate, don't be swinging shit if you're red. AMZN. So Amazon, I was looking at long, higher priced and long, because Amazon's got this nice channel breakout. You know what I'm talking about? Channels stuck in this channel. It's a really nice. Fuck! I'm doing it again. Amazon, we've got this really nice channel breakout. So it's just popped above. So this is an example of where I'd want to buy at like 3,187. And I'd be buying it off 3,187. So you see how you got like 3,181? Like, didn't probably dip enough, but you've got this dip. It's broke out, and then you've got the dip down. And I'm like looking at buying it around this area. Then you get the push. Then you get the double bottom higher low. So like buying like 3,200 up. You've got a nice move there, but it just falls apart. Tesla. So that might have worked. Probably would have made money long on that. Tesla, I was looking for it to roll over because it's overextended. And you kind of get that opportunity as well. I might have been a bit impatient and got stopped out a couple of times, but it did roll over. Like, it's just too overextended at this point. And you do get that confirmation of that rollover, and you've got the short from the 590s as well. Starting to track data. Do you have any tips you wish you had at the beginning? Okay, that's cool. Hang on. I'll answer that in a sec. Dude, you can have it. Like, I'm selling it. If you want an example of an Excel, it's $50, paypal.me/junk87, paypal.me/junk. You can buy one of my old Excels for $50. And then if you want to buy the guide when it comes out in a few days, it's got my most recent Excel with 300 tracked gap bars and 2 years of data. Not showing yet. HYLN. It's John Gaz. HYLN's got way too much overhead resistance. We've got a breakout in the 27s, but it's right now it's just mid-range. Stephen, I'm starting to track data. Do you have any tips you wish? Yeah, I'll go through this in the guide as well, but it's like, to know what data to track, you need to ask questions. Any creative strategy is formed on the basis of asking questions. So the first thing you're going to ask when you're tracking data is, well, what do I want to know? And so like you might be like tracking gap bars and like, oh, what do I want to know? I want to know how to trade them profitably. Well, if you want to know how to trade them profitably, you need to know, like, well, on average, how high do they go? And on average, how much do they come back? And then maybe how high, what time do they make the highs? And based on what volume and what float, does the float make the stock go higher if it's lower? And does volume make the stock go higher? And how much volume makes the stock go up by what price? And does float make a difference? Does hot sector make a difference? Does it being the number one player of the day make a difference? Does dilution make a difference? You need to consider all of these variables and put them into an Excel and find the answers. The data, like the old data is 50. What was the name of that girl in Dubai who was a trader you were trying to get crack on with, and you thought she was the? No, and I don't think she's legit either. It's fucking Anna. Anna, someone. Anna Trades or something. Can't remember. Thanks, Junk. Who called us Junk as before? Let's just quickly. I missed this one. Hey, Junk as I've been tracking Captain Crab setups like crazy for the past month now, especially how to. Yeah, it's dude, I have a guide. I don't want to repeat myself, but I have a guide in a couple of days. Buy it. It's not that expensive. It's gonna really open your eyes with stuff like that. Thanks, John. We're getting the way again. Have a great weekend. You too, brother. Anya, that's it. Thanks, Stephen. All right, guys, I have to go because I've just realized I've got food waiting for us and it's gonna get cold. So peace, love. Have a good day.